discomfort of confrontation for disrespect. It's almost as if confrontation makes us so uncomfortable that we'd rather be disrespected. And I feel like it's a bad behavioral habit that just needs to be broken. I feel like if you don't break it, then it just continues and continues and continues. And the longer it goes on for, the more it becomes a part of you, the more it becomes a part of your personality, the more it becomes what you're used to. And that's why I feel like it's very important to recognize it and to actually put a stop to it, because obviously you don't want to spend your whole life just being a pushover. And don't get me wrong, like, I understand it can be difficult. And I feel like sometimes as introverts, like, we put ourselves in this box where we kind of make it okay for certain things to slide just so that we don't have to confront somebody or do something that makes us feel uncomfortable. Because yeah, I'm an introvert myself, like, more time, I just want to go about my day, not bother anyone, have no one bother me, do what I need to do and just move, type of thing. But obviously life is not always that smooth. There are people who will try you if you just let them, people who try and disrespect you, people who will try and take advantage of you as well. And the sad thing about that is it happens because we let it happen. My voice is actually gone. But yeah, like, if you don't put a stop to it, it can actually have quite a big impact on your life, and it will be a negative impact, trust me. And it can affect your mental health as well. And yeah, into this video, I'm just gonna go over reasons why I think is vital. Like, it's very, very important that you stop avoiding confrontation. Number one, obviously, is about respect. You want people to respect you. You don't want them to think that they can just talk to you anyhow, treat you anyhow. I'm not saying you have to impose fear onto other people. What I am saying is that you need to be making sure that people show you the respect that you're showing them as well. Because unless you've disrespected them, then there's no reason as to why they should be doing it to you. And the thing is as well, I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you've done something or you've let something happen and you kind of feel like, rah, I didn't really respect myself in that situation. And then what happens is you end up thinking about it after as well. And I don't know about you, but it kind of hits me in a way where it just makes me feel a little bit disappointed in myself. There's times where, say, something would happen and say after I got home or whatever, I would then start deep in it, I'll start thinking about it. And I'll just sit there and think, rah, I really let that happen. Or like, why did I let that happen? Or then I think, do you know what, next time, there's no way I'm gonna let that happen. Like, next time, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But obviously, next time comes and then it's literally the same exact story. And that's because that's what we're used to doing, and it's what feels the most comfortable. But trust me, being comfortable in that moment, it's not worth letting go of your self-respect. And trust me, I know how hard it can be, but if you're in a situation where you know that someone is crossing your boundary, you have to put your foot down and be willing to confront them about it. Don't avoid confrontation. And that leads us on to the second reason as well, which is that when you do avoid confrontation, when it is a habit and you keep doing it, the person who's crossing your boundaries, they either don't know or they feel like they can take advantage of you and they'll keep on crossing that boundary. And sometimes I think people actually do know that they're crossing your boundary, but they're just still willing to do it because they know you're not going to do anything about it. Because you know what, there's some people, yeah, where they'll do something to you knowing full well that had you done the same to them, they wouldn't like it. Now, to me, that says either that person is extremely unaware or they just know that they can take advantage of you. And that's the thing about avoiding confrontation. It leads people to keep repeating the same things that they have been doing to you, to keep crossing the same boundaries. And trust me, once you put your foot down and you actually confront them about it and you show them that you're not willing to just take it and that you will bite back, in that moment you actually gain their respect. Because trust me, next time they think about doing the same thing, they'll think twice. And the likelihood is that they'll probably never try you again. And it doesn't always have to be like something major. Sometimes it's literally just saying no to somebody who keeps coming to you for a certain thing because they know that you're always gonna say yes. And it can literally happen anywhere, like whether you're at work, school, it can happen anywhere. So you kind of gotta be able to do the uncomfortable thing. Like, it's very vital that you're able to do the uncomfortable thing so that you don't end up taken advantage of. And a lot of the time as well, the reason why we don't like saying no to people or we don't like necessarily confronting them is because of the guilt that you sometimes feel when you do put your foot down. Like, there's been times where with some people they've done certain things, and then eventually when I do put my foot down and I do confront them, I do feel a little bit of guilt, and I think, rah, was I too harsh on them? Was I too this? Was I too that? I'm just worried about their emotions, but what about mine? Like, we're not responsible for other people's emotions. Yes, we affect it in some way, but you get what I mean. Like, I shouldn't have to worry about somebody else's emotions over mine, especially when they're crossing boundaries. And the thing is as well, we don't want to disappoint people, but sometimes we have to. You don't always have to be a people pleaser. You don't always have to please other people. It's not your job. If they are disappointed, then it's life. We all have to go through disappointment. It's not your responsibility to make sure that everyone in the world is happy. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to make these changes overnight. Like, I know it does take time. But for me, I think the way in which I was able to do it was to actually start getting into the habit of either enforcing boundaries, saying no, and just overall not letting stuff slide. But like I said, it doesn't have to be like overnight you make a big change like that. You can literally start with the little things. And once you've done it once or twice, it starts to get a lot more comfortable. Obviously, when you've never done it, it does feel quite daunting, and it does feel much, much bigger and a lot more uncomfortable. But trust me, once you've done it once, twice, 3 times, it starts to feel a lot more comfortable. It starts to feel a lot more normal. So yeah, sometimes you just gotta tell yourself, do you know what? Next time someone asks me to do something that I know I don't wanna do, and the next time somebody tries to disrespect me, I'm not just gonna laugh it off or let it slide. I'm actually gonna put my foot down and say, yo, don't do that. And that's what you gotta do. Just focus on the next time it happens. Don't think too much about the consequences of what will happen if you do, because sometimes that's the trap that we get into. We think, oh, but if I say something now, what if that damages the relationship that we have? What if it makes things awkward after? What if this, that? Don't think about what happens after. That's gonna make you avoid confrontation. Just think about solving a problem that is literally right in front of you. Don't think any further. The only thing that you gotta worry about is saying no right now or calling somebody out for disrespecting you. Don't think about what happens after. Just do the thing now. And yeah, like, the rest will come later. You're gonna have to deal with the rest later. What you probably find is the relationship wasn't even that damaged. If anything, that person probably respects you a lot more now. And having that person around you will probably end up feeling a lot more pleasant, because they're gonna treat you a lot better than they did before. Because yeah, man, sometimes we think about the consequences too much, and that's what actually makes us avoid that confrontation. But yeah, literally, you don't have to be a pushover. You don't have to let something that you know shouldn't slide. And you don't have to say yes to everything. You are going to disappoint people. That is absolutely normal. It should be a part of life. You shouldn't be able to please everybody anyways. If you were, then you probably have a problem, because that shouldn't be possible. So yeah, the next time somebody crosses your boundary, don't think about the consequences in the future. Just think about the next step that is ahead of you, which is obviously solving the problem of them crossing your boundary in that moment, and focus on dealing with it in that moment as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video up until this point. I really do hope you were able to find some value in it. And if you were, then you already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.